spell?
Yeah, exactly the same. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but there is another notation which is using the capital letters of the alphabet: C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Right.
Oh,
So C is do, D is re, E is mi,
Mi.
F is fa. Then what is G, Mickey?
Sol.
Sol. Perfect. Yes. So that is G. And then what is A, Mitch? What is A?
la.
Yeah, but wait, I made a mistake. This is G is Sol. I'm gonna put that Sol here. And then you are correct. A is La. This is Sol. And then is La. And that's number 10, La. And B, what is B? Mickey, remember?
Si.
Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, that is Mi, La, Si. Okay. So they go by half tones. And you in English you can say do sostenido, with not sostenido, but sostenido, do sostenido as C sharp.
C sharp.
And then how do you say the bemoles, Mickey?
In English.
Is
Usage.
flat.
Yeah, that's true.
Flat. For example, uh, E flat. E flat is to the left. E flat is which number, Mickey? Which number of the key? E flat,
If
number
flat.
4 or number 6?
Mm, number 4.
Number 4, exactly. Which is the same, number 4, Mitch, is the same as if we designate what? D sharp. D sharp is also number 4, right? So re sostenido is the same as mi bemol. You can go to the left from number 5 and you get 4, or you
Uh-huh.
can go to the right from number 3 and you get 4. So number 3, you know that number 3 is re, right?
Yes.
So re sharp is actually you put re sharp like this, re, and the symbol of sharp is this. That's re sharp, which is the same as what? D sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree, Mickey?
Yeah.
Right. But it turns out that it's the same as mi flat or B or E flat. E flat, you put a B, and actually it's in italics normally, right?
Mm-hmm.
E flat is the same as mi flat, and is the same as uh, number 4. I'm going to put here number 4. This is number 4. Yes. And D sharp is also
Major.
number 4. Also number 4. So there are some equivalences in the notation of music. But well, okay, this is the tonality. This is tonality. It's really simple, but it's important to know to talk about this. And as it says here, generally in one of the 12 musical tones, usually in a major or minor tone. Well, then we talk about structure. Structure. Can you read about the structure, Mickey, please?
Yes, sure. Structure, verse, chorus, bridge, etc.
Exactly. And the duration it can go from, of course, there is no music that lasts 1 second. It's 2 or 3 minutes, right? And then we have the definition of music as art. Can you read that, Mitch, and give your opinion?
Mm, music is the art form that combines rhythm. Uh, no.
Looks like I'm back. I'm sorry. I don't know why I got disconnected, but well, I'm back. So we were talking about Mitch. You were saying you were reading something.
Yes, that the music is the art of combines.
Yes, here.
It's the art form that combines rhythm and sounds to form a functional melodic line.
And we have lots of music genres, right? Do you recognize any of the ones below?
Rock, jazz, techno. I don't really recognize too
R&B.
much R&B, country, and pop.
Okay. Do you recognize R&B, Mickey?
Yes, yes, rhythm and blues.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Country and pop. Um, what you comment about the about music, Mitch? How do you like music as an art?
Mhm. Well, I think the art on every way is a form that you can express your feelings or ideas by through something that you create.
Okay. Ideas. Do you think that feelings are also involved in this art?
Yeah, some of them.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Mitch. Mickey, what would you say about rock, jazz, techno, and the other genres regarding the feelings of the composer or the feelings of the interpreter? How do you reckon these genres?
How do I reckon?
Yeah, how do you categorize? How do you describe? How do you describe these rhythms?
Um, yeah, for example, rock is more probably is depending of the rock because there exist different types of rock. There is rock, metal rock. There is classic rock. But depending, some types of rock are a little bit more noising. Can I say it?
Yeah.
And normally talk about. Um, well, there exists a phrase that is called sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Okay.
And I think that that's the base of grand part of rock. And talking about jazz, probably jazz is more focused in the black people in United States.
Uh huh.
Mainly, jazz is common. Well, you
Excuse me.
people recognize jazz. Doesn't worry, because in so many songs they used saxophone,
Okay. Very good.
and it's from the 50s, 50s.
Yeah, most likely the 50s. Yes,
Mhm.
so the mid-century of last century. Very good. Okay, so with your own words, we have some questions here that we're gonna go through, which is very simple. How would you explain music with your own words? How would you say that music is, what it represents, why is it produced? Why do we produce music? Is it only a human characteristic to produce music, or can animals produce music? It's only a human characteristic. Why is it so important? Why can it exert such a great influence in the mood of people? You can have
Mm,
a very sad person and turn it into a very happy person with music, or vice versa. Yes, Mitch, go ahead, please.
okay, the music is a concept that humans create, and humans give them the meaning of different genders, but actually, even the nature and the air can cause sounds that we consider as harmony and then as music. Even if if the animals don't have this concept in their nature, for example, the cats enjoy the classic music, maybe for the sounds that these compositions have that can relax them.
Okay, very impressive comment. Yes, yeah. Actually, what you say makes me think that some of the music that we produce resembles natural phenomena.
Mhm.
Some melodies can resemble the wind, some melodies can resemble the water, some sounds can resemble tornadoes or any of natural phenomena. But yeah, I like your comment very much. Mickey, what do you think about music with your own words, and what is the importance of music in society, please?
Mm, well, I think that music is like the art of create and organize sounds, silence, rhythm, and create art with them. And what was the other question, teacher? Sorry.
Yeah, why is it so important in society?
Mm.
What is the power of music in modifying, improving, enhancing, or actually punching down or bringing down the mood of a person? It can alter the mood of a person to make it more exciting or more relaxed. It can actually alter the mood of any human being. Why does music have that power?
Yeah, I think that music has a power because behind the music normally there exist like feelings, or there exist sometimes, not always, but there exists like a message, and people in general could feel represented with that
Okay.
message, or the story of one song, or for example, the moment when you heard that song, probably you were doing something special. That's why that song is so important for you. Or yeah, I think that there are so many factors why music is important to society.
You mentioned something very interesting. Music conveys a message. It carries a message that can have different sources. It can be from a very sad situation. You may think of the sad situations that black people had in the cotton crops, cotton plantations, right? They were struggling, they were slaves, and they built a kind of melancholic type of music with jazz, if you would agree with that. Um, you said something that they represent, music represents groups, right? Music represents, I think you said that, represents groups and or ideas of that group. For example, what music genre represents the idiosyncrasy of Mexicans?
Mm, mariachi,
Maybe mariachi music,
for
uh,
folklore music.
folkloric music, yes, folkloric music. Mitch, have you heard Wapango music?
Yes, sometimes in some dancings of a school.
Exactly, exactly. Do you believe that that represents more or less the nature of the Mexican, or at least of some groups of Mexico? What do you think about that?
I don't know if I can answer that question correctly because I always seen the Mexicans, at least in Irapuato, that well, at least they don't have any of those characteristical cultures. Maybe in some parts of Mexico, but I really don't know.
Uh, well, you see that folkloric music. Well, folkloric music is typical of every region, right? You have the folkloric
Mm-hmm.
music of Oaxaca, Michoacán, Sinaloa, etc., etc. But when we talk about Wapango music, which is played with jaranas, which played with the ukulele, I think, and string instruments, it's very, very festive, in my opinion. Uh, so we can Google really quick one or two songs that you find typical of the Wapango music. I think it is festive music. What do you think of the Wapango music, Mickey?
Um, Probably I wouldn't be able to. Um, how can I say? I wouldn't be able to determine if it's Wapango music. Actually, probably I could confused with other genders.
Oh,
Mm,
okay.
yeah, I don't know a lot of that topic.
Okay, okay. Can you Google internet really quick and type Wapango music? There are only not very many songs, but Wapango music. Let me see if we find something here really quick. Wapango music. Here. Wapango music. Let me choose one which may seem typical of this genre. They play with guitars. I don't know Wapangos. Let me see. Something very. Well, even Luis Miguel sings a Wapango song, right? I think. Let me play it with him. I think this is from him. And I hope. Well, I chose a bad browser. I should have
Hmm.
chosen Chrome. I chose this. I don't know why. It's Edge, I think. Well, I'm here now. Can you hear this?
A
Yeah,
little,
Or
it
you can?
sounds
Yes,
not too
you can.
loud, but I can listen.
barely.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Let me send the link here. Okay, let me share this with Mitch.
Mm,
Can you hear Mitch?
yeah, yes.
You can hear it.
Mhm.
I sent the link to the chat of the StreamYard. Can you find that genre as specific, like a unique genre? Do you think that if you hear this type of music again, would you recognize it?
Yeah. It's like mariachi, or is not the
Type
same?
of mariachi, yeah, similar to mariachi, but this type of genre is played more with jaranas and wind instruments,
Mm.
ukulele also, and it's very festive, as you say. And it determines the point that I want to make is that it more or less determines the nature of the people that live in that area. In other words, what you say that music represents ideas or feelings of a group is absolutely true. Mitch said something similar, right? Uh, so you would say that music depends on the society feeling, on the social feeling. I don't know if that comment is too daring, too brave, or is challenging or not. But I would say that music represents the social feeling of the people in that area. What do you think about this comment, Mitch?
Mm, this is the feeling of the
The social feeling
people.
of the people.
I don't know. Uh, social.
Social, yeah, the society, the feeling of the society where you live is not your personal production. Yeah, it can be. You can say, I am composing this song because that's my personal feeling. Yeah, but you want to align that feeling with the feeling of the society where you live.
Hmm. Okay, could be. Uh, Maybe for some people could be difficult. Where well, maybe the people need a kind of sociology study to try to conform the tone, the perfect tone to represent the society because it's composed by a lot of kind of people.
Well, exactly, exactly. For example, Mickey said a while ago that jazz music is a representation of the black community. I would say that Mexican people uh, compose mariachi music, guapango music, folkloric music, depending on the region, because that music represents the social feeling. The Americans have the rock and roll because that represents some type of the population. So I don't know if it's a very irrespectful idea of mine to connect music with social groups. Goes hand in hand with social groups. What do you think of this, Mickey?
Um, yeah, I agree with that. I think that you can define in a better way social groups with their music because it's like a type of identity.
Okay, identity. Exactly, exactly. So my question is this: if music represents society in a way, right? You make music because you are part, you identify yourself with a specific group of people, right? Maybe I like jazz because I also like black people. Not that I am black, I am not black, but I like some people. I like classical music because, in a way, it represents more or less the aristocracy of Europe in the Middle Ages or beyond. Maybe I like. I don't like rock too much. I like a few songs, but I don't like it very much. Probably because I associate rock with rebellious groups in society.
Yeah.
But that's a personal opinion, right? I associate that, and consequently, I dislike it. People dislike reggaeton because they associate it with, well, I really don't know, but many of my students don't like reggaeton. And
Me
I see
either.
memes, you don't like it either. Why don't you
No.
like it, Mickey, if I can ask you?
Mm, I think that reggaeton, not all the songs, but the majority of the songs of reggaeton are rude in one part.
Okay.
I think that the lyrics that they use uh, are a little bit excessive. I think that it's not necessary to use that kind of words in all the lyrics that they do in the genre. That genre, sorry.
Mm,
Okay, what do you think, Mitch?
well, I think the concept of reggaeton was distortionated by the pass of the years, more in this last decade, because, well, at least the first reggaeton that I heard when I was a child, the lyrics wasn't that rude that is in the current times. It just songs that have some rhythm that makes the people dance, and constantly the people put these songs on the parties, but well, the lyrics was distortionated to make them prairie grass and rude, but they still have that characteristic of have a rhythm to make the people dance. They continue and continue putting them in the parties, and they don't really care or don't put too much attention to the lyrics. But it's that the concept of reggaeton, I like it for that rhythm. But if I has chosen one of the songs, I'll choose the old ones, because for that the current ones are pretty grass are gross.
Okay, very good. Very interesting comment, actually. Very interesting. Because you think that the rhythm, the lyrics, the concept was distorted, originally had a meaning, and then for some reason it was distorted. Um, it suffered distortion. Obviously, many concepts suffer distortion, so they get distorted. And it had an evolution, it suffered an evolution. And the evolution was actually in decay. It was deteriorated, deteriorated. Well, this can happen actually in many other genres. I
Mhm.
think that the music from, for instance, the Beatles, they have beautiful lyrics, beautiful, fantastic lyrics. Just think of the song by who's this? John Lennon. Imagine, imagine is a song full of hope, fine feelings, love for society, love for your the world can and should become a brotherhood where everyone are brothers and sisters. And you see some songs, not all of them, because actually I don't know even a fraction, but some of the songs, more modern songs, have some lyrics that it would embarrass some of my classmates from the high school. So,
Hmm.
Mhm.
what I mean is that this is true. What you say is true. Some genres evolve and become more sophisticated. I think because the public becomes also more sophisticated. I think, but also some genres become, I don't know, kind of gross, like you say, Mitch. You use that word, and I agree that some genres have become quite gross in the words they use. Some bandas from Sinaloa, you listen to the lyrics and you think you're talking with a taxi driver with all due respect, right?
Yeah.
And you say, how can that be? And I love the rhythm. Don't make me wrong. I love the rhythm of the banda music because it makes you dance, it makes you move dynamically and actively. But you listen to the lyrics and oh my gosh. Well, but then it's true that the meaning has been distorted, and that's very important. That's very important because the idea, the original idea of a music genre is one, and then it suffers evolutions that can actually decay. Good concepts, guys. Thank you very much, Mickey Mitch. Let me go to another question. Okay, let's do these simple exercises here. Which is the right answer in question number one in this grammar section?
Grammar, so let's go with the answer. Are you going to
Yes, which is the correct answer?
get in touch?
Get in touch. Yes. Okay, very good. And let's do number two. Mitch, can you please choose the right answer in number two?
Um, okay, before we start working on project, we will discuss after your requirement was.
Just discuss, I think.
I would say so, yes. Just
Oh,
discuss. So let's read it with discuss. Mitch, please, can you?
we will discuss your requirements before we start working on the project.
Absolutely, very good. And then number three, Mickey, please.
Uh, I have known them.
Yes,
I
I have
have
known
known
them.
them since our school days.
Exactly, very good. And then number four, Mitch.
It is Margaret at the phone or on the phone or
What do you think is better?
at.
And what do you think, Mickey?
Mm, uh, it is on.
On the phone, at the phone, if you're saying where is she located in this moment exactly, but if it's a message, it's a call for you, you would say it's on the phone. It's Margaret on
Okay.
the phone. Yeah. If you don't know where Margaret is, where is Margaret? She's standing at the phone. Well, actually, not at the phone, at the phone desk or something. But yeah, it should be on the phone. Very
Okay.
good. Thank you very much. Let's read the fun fact, please. Who can do
Mm,
that, please?
me teacher.
Okay.
Fun fact: one study conducted by University of Sydney professor titled "Stairway to Hell: Life and Death in the Pop Music Industry" examined the deaths of artists which took place between 1950 and June 2014. The results: musicians' lifespan are 25 years shorter.
Wow, that's impressive. It's a fun fact. What do you think of this for this music genre? Why they live 25 years less than the rest of the people in general?
Hmm. I don't know, but I think that artists of pop music has a lot of influence for other things because they are so admired. For example, Justin Bieber, Harry Styles. Those are artists that probably in actuality has more fame than the rest of the artists, and I think that is for the genre.
So you think that the genre will lead to different outcomes in life, depending on the genre you choose or you like, or you hear, you listen to?
Probably in the way in how you lead your life, because I don't know. For example, mm, the life that had Elvis Presley. He took drugs and he had a lot of fame, and I think that pop in general has artists like they are so famous that probably sometimes they lose the control of their lives, and that's why they probably live less than other people. I'm not sure.
Okay, it's a very interesting comment. And before I make a remark of what you're saying, I'm going to ask Mitch about her opinion. What do you think about this hypothesis, Mitch? The music that you choose will lead you to different ways or different outcomes. Is that a correlate? Is there a correlation, in other words, between the music that you choose and your outcome in life?
What means outcome?
Outcome, the result in your the result in your life, what's going to happen, the happenings, the results, what's going to happen in the future. Outcome is like what's going to happen, what is going to happen. For example, what was the outcome of the game? There was a match between America and Guadalajara. What was the outcome? Well, Guadalajara won. There was a movie, a detective movie. What was the outcome? Well, the criminal was captured. The result, the conclusion. So the outcome in one's life can be successful, failure, mystery, etc. Do you
Mm,
think that the music that we listen or that we choose that we like is going to have some influence in the outcome of our life? If we're going to be successful,
mm,
mediocre, a mystery, what do you think?
okay, this is a really complex topic because, well, every day we live something different and we can have mixed opinions about everything. But in the case of the songs with the lyrics can express, except reggaeton, can express some things that we usually happen in our quotidian life, or we could feel identified with the lyrics, and that's why we could start like it. Other people just like it both by the composition. As me, I start with of composition of songs by video game soundtracks that I like it very
Wow,
much.
incredible. Okay.
But I don't know how much can influence the kind of song of people. Well, I've seen if the people that's only an exclusive like reggaeton. I don't want to I don't want to be classist, but they usually are not too much educated. But apart of that, I think it not impact too much because, as I said, these ones have situations that we could be identified in some time in our life.
Okay, well, I'll tell you something. I like this topic very much because there can be so much debate, but your comment and Mickey's comment has a lot of meaning and a lot of transcendence because of this. It can be a master's or a doctoral thesis to that extent, and I'm trying not to exaggerate. You think that something as simple as listening to certain type of music can lead a person to become a scientist, a medical doctor, an architect, a criminal, a drug addict? Is that strong the influence that music can exert in a person? Well, I think we cannot generalize. We can also not, we should not discriminate people because of the music they listen to. But is it true that there is an influence? I'm not an expert in the topic. And if somebody decided to write a thesis, a master's degree thesis or a doctoral degree thesis on the correlation, if I had to do it, I would write something like this. Music is, okay, the idea is that you try to, with your thesis protocol, the thesis protocol, we will we will try to find a correlation between the music that we listen to and the degree of success in our lives. Of course, it's gonna get a
I
lot of yes, yes, Mitch.
I think the songs of we choose impact in some way, personality and likes in general.
Do you think there is a correlation or an influence at least?
Hmm.
Okay, well, so the music that we listen to should be analyzed deeply then, and we would even ascribe ethical value to the music that we listen to. We would say, okay, this music has a 10, and this music has a 9, this music has an 8 in the ethical acceptance of society or ethical norms, and that would have a lot of revulsion, and many people would oppose that. I don't know. What do you think about this topic, Mickey?
If there's a correlation between
Yeah,
music and yeah.
yeah, and yes, and if there is such a correlation, there would be music that leads you to become a better person, and
Mhm.
music that would lead you to the opposite. And in that case, we should ban that type of music. We should ban it or prohibit it, which would lead to controversy in society as much as there could be. What do you think about this?
Yeah. Well, probably we shouldn't generalize,
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
but let's imagine a scientist. Do you imagine a scientist listen to Bad Bunny or uh, an artist of that genre? I don't think so.
Well,
So I think that there exists like a correlation.
okay. It would be interesting to see if there's anyone that has published a doctoral thesis trying to find a correlation. And there should be a way to find it. If you
Yeah.
just go to, um, actually, I was looking for that recently. Not that topic, but this Google Scholar. Why don't we look it up? Why don't we see if there is a correlation? Let's Google Scholar. These are only scholarly articles that you would publish in a scientific magazine. Let's see correlation between music and outcome outcomes in life. Musical activities and quality of life in Japanese older music. Well, uh, you can see that there can be the effects of music and progressive music relaxation, anxiety, fatigue, and quality of life, the functions of music. It doesn't talk too much about musical genres, but well, okay, that is a topic for another session maybe. But in general, what is your comment, Mitch? Do you think there is a direct correlation between your success in life and the music that you listen to?
Hmm. I don't know actually. I'm not too older to know that, and I don't know the like the like of music of successful people.
Exactly, exactly. I don't know either. And first of all, we need to define what is success, right? Because the lady in
Mm,
the corner that sells gorditas lives a very happy life, right? So we need to
mhm.
define very difficult concepts, which are success and the other concept, correlation. Well, correlation has a very clear definition. And so defining the musical likes and success in life is a very challenging project, but it's interesting to me, at least, to find out what successful people listen to. What would you say, Mickey, about that? If they don't have to be successful financially, they can be successful because they live happy lives. What do you think about that? What music do different people listen to?
Yeah, probably music will give you like more energy depending of what you're doing. For example, when you are cleaning your house, some different type of music will help you to be more focused on it or to feel more energized when you're doing it. So I think that music helps us to feel better or to feel sad if you want to. I think for the same because music express thoughts, feelings, and that's why I love music because I think that you can express everything with some shorts, with rhythm and lyrics.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, very interesting comments. Thank you very much, Mickey, Mitch. Let's read a little bit about the topics to discuss about music. Can you read them, Mitch, please?
Eh, there are various topics to discuss about music. Think of a solution in which music has helped benefit your life. Share your experience. Share one musical period in history, Baroque, classical, romantic, etc. Briefly explain to your classmates about that musical period, its exponents, and your opinion about that time of music.
Okay, very good. So, which situation in music has helped you benefit your life, Mickey? Would you just mention a few, of course? Can you elaborate a little bit?
Mm, Probably music helps me to be more patient. For example, well, I'm practicing piano, and some time ago I practiced guitar. And at the beginning it was complicated, but music like helps me to be patient and to try to discover different ways to play same thing. And yeah, well, music is great in few words.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Mickey. Mitch, can you think of a situation in which music has helped you in any way?
Mm, maybe ins- inspiration for some audio graphics that I usually made. As I said, I like very much the soundtrack of some things, movies, video games, or series, and these compositions help me to create something graphic.
Wow, amazing. So they give you some kind of motivation, or as you say, inspiration to create.
Hmm.
Wow, that's fantastic. It motivates or encourages you to create. That's great. Now we have a question. In your opinion, what is the best musical genre and which is the worst? What do you think, Mickey?
Uh, it is complicated. I think that depending of my mood too.
Okay. So say
But
two or three that you like. You don't have to mention the worst, but mention two or three musical genres that you like.
um, pop music, uh,
Okay.
R&B,
All right. Very nice.
well, classic music and like whole music. For example, I like Nat King Cole, Frank Sinatra. I like that kind of music too.
Okay. Very nice. Thank you. What about you, Mitch? What's the best musical genre that you know and that you have heard or listened to?
Mm, electronic, pop, and rock, maybe.
Rock. Okay.
Mhm.
Very nice. Well, I don't know if we have time to research a little bit about a period in history, Baroque, classical, romantic, anything about a musical period, and give an explanation next time about the musical period, who were the main exponents, and what's your opinion about that specific type of music.
Actually, I have a homework of that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, you'll just have to convert that into English or turn it into English if it is advisable if you can do that. What do
Yes,
you
sure.
think? Yes, would
That's
it be
great.
okay?
Mhm.
Of
Yes.
any musical period?
Anyone that you like. It can be recent, can be old, can be whatever you
No.
want. Just a period, and you talk about that musical period and talk about their exponents, and that's it basically.
Yeah, it's perfect, teacher. Okay.
Okay.
Fantastic. Now that would be when? Would it be Saturday or you prefer Friday? Maybe Friday is better. What do you think?
I think
Mm,
Friday is better.
yes, sir. What time could be on Friday?
Friday. Well, I get busy at 6 from 6 to 9 in the evening, and I finish classes at 12, and then I have to do one single thing which is very important that lasts like 1 hour and a half or 2 hours. So can it be between 12 and 6, and you just give me 1 hour and a half or 2 hours maybe in that period to accommodate it? In other words,
Mm-hmm.
should be between 12 and 6. But do you have any freedom of time during that period, or you can only after certain time, Mickey?
No.
Uh, a
Well,
part of starting in 2:30.
Okay, starting after 2:30, right?
Mm.
So it could be 2:30 to 3:30, or say 3 to 4, or the latest could be 5 to 6, right?
yeah.
2:30
Well,
for me, it's okay.
2:30. All right. Well, why don't
well.
we plan on this? I need to fix a meeting with one person in the University of Aguascalientes that will be
Mhm.
online
Hmm.
for Friday. If I can skip the 2:30 and leave it at, for example, for 4, that'd be great. So in that case, I could do the class with you 2:30 to 3:30, and then work with this person at 4. But if he can only at say 1 to 2, 1 to 2:30, or say that the time overlaps, can we move the class a little bit later? Can I accommodate it like in the range of 1 hour or half an hour?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Don't worry. Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, thank you very much, and see you Friday then,
Yes,
guys.
Mhm.
sure. See you on Friday. Thank you very much for your
Thank you
time.
so much, teacher.
Take care. Good to
Take
see
care.
you. And enjoy
Take
your
care.
day,
Then,
your day, your evening. Good afternoon. Bye.
You as well, teacher.
bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Good evening.